Hey, what's up? This is Hunter Nelson from Tortoise and Hare Software, and today we're going to be talking about measuring search engine performance metrics. So this is a blog post commentary video, and we're going to be going through this blog post, and I'll drop the link in the comments below on YouTube, but it's here. It's the beginner's guide to measuring search engine performance metrics on tortoiseandharesoftware.com. Feel free to just head over to the blog and hit the search feature, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. Anyways, we're going to be talking about kind of search engine performance metrics today, and just kind of understanding some of the basics of understanding those. So the first kind of metric to understand is impressions or impression count. So basically each time a user opens up Google and searches a query, they're going to be shown a search engine results page, and if your website, blog post, page, whatever it is that you're trying to rank for appears in those search results, even if it's not on the first page, that's going to be called an impression. So here's just an example. We've got another post that we rank for, the WordPress architecture for beginners post, and you can see here if you search WordPress architecture, we're the number 3 hit, and that would be counted as a impression. And just kind of on this page, this right here, that is the search query. This is the search engine results page in aggregate, all these kind of results on it, and then we have our result here, and that's going to count as an impression. After your pages are shown in the results, there's also going to be clicks, and clicks are going to be when somebody actually clicks on this specific result of yours. Doesn't necessarily have to be that one or that one. That won't count. But if they click on your result, then that will register as a click. Then kind of the next evolution of that is the click-through rate. That's going to be the number of clicks divided by the number of impressions, and that will give you a click-through rate. So if you have 100 impressions on the search engine results page, somebody clicks on your blog post or page once, then 1 divided by 100 is a 1% click-through rate. Okay, so kind of the next metric to understand is the average position. So the average position is a metric, and if we come back to our search engine results page, is going to be the average position on the search engine results page that your result appeared in. So on this particular page, this would have been a position of 3. So it's a 1 based index. So this is position 1, position 2, position 3. And Google is constantly testing where a page should go in the search results. They are showing people search results based on the context of their query, and there's a whole host of other factors that can affect where your specific post or page appears on the search engine results. So it's not really fair to say, or like a good to think of like as, oh, my post ranks as number 1, because it's never going to rank as number 1 all the time. You're going to be given an average position, and that just is the average position that your page shows up within the rankings. And you can get some information on some of these metrics with Google Search Console, and that's a tool that helps you kind of understand the performance of your website. And you can go out there to Google Search Console and register your site and get this information, and I'll show you a quick demo of it real quick in this video. So here's the Tortoise and Hare Software website. You can see that we're looking at a web searches for Tortoise and Hare Software over the last 3 months. we can see that there's been 248,000 search impressions, 1,500 clicks, and an average click-through rate of 0.6%. And our average position overall was a 46.4. So it's normal to have like a higher average position for your site overall, but when you start really slicing up some of the items within this console data is when you're going to get a better feel for how your site is actually performing. So for instance, if I come over here to the Pages tab, you can see that our top ranked kind of in terms of click post is that WordPress architecture for beginners page. And if I come over here and kind of filter the results based on that page specifically, we can see that has an average position of an average click-through rate of 5.4%, an average position of 20.3. So that's for the page overall. If we look at the specific queries while we're still filtered on that page, there'll be even more sort of kind of data that you can get. So if I click on this specific query, we can see that this specific query we're ranking on an average position of 2.8 with an average click-through rate of 10.5%, 209 total clicks. If I blow away that kind of query filter and we look at the query WordPress architecture diagram, we can see that our average position drops a little bit, and this is for the same page but a different query. But you really have to kind of comb through some of this data to get a better feel for how your specific pages and your specific queries are ranking. You can do things like kind of change the filters here to average position and then sort by position, and you can see some of your top ranking queries based on average position here. You can do that with pages as well. You can see what's driving the highest volume of clicks for you on pages and queries. There's also countries and devices that you can see how things are doing on desktop versus mobile. For instance, you can see if you're appearing in some of the AMP results, if you have AMP implemented on your page and things like that. But yeah, this is kind of like a good way to get started with understanding your search engine performance, is to sign up for Google Search Console. Might actually make a video about that in the future on how to do that, but I don't have one right now. But yeah, and then usually your kind of baseline growth is going to be in impressions. As you start to publish more content on your website and rise in rankings, your site ages a little bit, you'll start to get some clicks on that content organically, and these other metrics will start to improve as you do more and more on your website. Alright, so this has been a quick overview of beginner search engine performance metrics. If you have questions or comments, definitely let us know below, and we'll be happy to answer anything or clarify any of the questions you have. Be sure to check out the blog post here, the Beginner's Guide to Search Engine Performance Metrics. There's some extra detail in there that kind of supplements this video. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. We're always publishing great content to help you succeed on the web and improve your website's performance. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.